Welcome to GoblintowneTV, the only television network made by goblins for goblins. So if you're not a goblin, get out of here. I'm your host, Lettuce, and today I'm going to be doing another squishy makeover inspired by Moriah Elizabeth. So let's just get into it.
Hello! Okay, so we're doing another squishy makeover, and this time it's going to be Halloween themed. But first, I want to show you this Among Us squishy that I got. It actually squishes really well. I don't know what I'm going to do with him because he has a very specific shape, so we're not doing him today. We are going to do this little lemon guy, and let's try to find another one. Whenever I do these, I actually do have certain ones in mind, but I think it's fun to like pick through them and show you certain ones. So maybe you can suggest one for next time if you'd like to. I can't find the one that I was supposed to be finding, so that's why I'm like frantically actually searching now. He's right here. I'm gonna do this snail guy. He does not squish as amazingly as the Among Us squishy. If you watch my last video, you know this is blasphemy, but I'm actually going to make over the evil cat. I don't know, he just was calling to me. In an evil way, I guess. We're gonna shove all these out of the way because we do not need them anymore. Here's our 3 victims. I'm so excited for Halloween, I just knew I had to make some creepy cute, as GraveyardLoon would say, squishies for Halloween. Our first victim is this lemon guy. He's pretty cute. I found him at a little shop inside of a mall. As soon as I got him, I knew what I wanted to do with him. I just had to wait for the chance to do it. So I've already trimmed these ones up and sanded them, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the matte white base coat. I don't actually know if this helps or not, because every time it's like so thin that I have to do a million coats on it. It drives me a little bit insane. This time I took Moriah Elizabeth's advice, and I'm just gonna paint the front completely, and then I'll do the back. It was hard to keep track, but I think it took me like 5 or 6 coats. But now I'm gonna put a red coat on his mittens and boots. That's not what they are. I'm gonna make him an eyeball, a walking eyeball with mittens. Very spooky. Okay, so I put a couple coats of that, and now I'm gonna give him his iris. This circle looks so smooth, but it was just because the surface was round, so it was really easy to do. Maybe I should have just pretended like I had mad skills. So now I'm going to be giving him the veins, I guess it is. This part was really difficult because I'm like a perfectionist, but I just decided to do my best and not focus on making every single little swirly thing look exactly the same. Now I'm getting my green glow-in-the-dark puffy paint, and I'm just gonna outline the edges of his iris. I wanted to do like a blue-green vibe because eyeballs I usually see are drawn in blue or green, and I thought it was kind of cliche, but I wasn't really going for a brown vibe. I wanted to keep this still like vibrant, so I went for a blue and green. A blue and green. This part was so difficult, and I really was feeling not very confident at all about it, but it dries later and it looks great. At Walmart right now they have so many cute Halloween things. My mom got me this tumbler, I think it's called, that like looks like it's filled with blood. It's so cool, and it has glitter in it in the shape of Halloween things, and I love glitter. I don't know if this would be classified as glitter, honestly. It's kind of more like chunks of shapes. Anyway, I'm adding the pupil now, and this I think really brings this whole thing together. This was the like aha moment for me. I'm like, oh, it does look like an eyeball, and I love it. You know, I had to put the light dots in it, the reflection highlights, I don't know what they're called, just to make it more realistic. You know, what's more realistic than an eyeball with hands and feet walking around, you know? In case you forgot, the green was glow in the dark. So, I'm charging it up with my phone, and let's check it out. Look at this! It shows up so well on the camera, and it's so spooky! Okay, Now I'm painting the back. I forgot to record this part, I think just because I was so focused. It reminds me of Vecna for some reason, maybe just because of all the red and veins and things. I'm not really the biggest fan of the back, but you know, I wasn't sure how I was supposed to portray this. So I just did my best and I don't really mind how it came out. So here's the before and the after. It is so crazy to me to watch those before and afters because it goes through so much. But yeah, I really love this one. Okay, next victim. He's a snail and he's got a circle on his back as snails do. He squishes pretty well, not amazing, but I'm gonna go ahead and give him that white matte base coat as you're supposed to do. Off camera, classic lettuce thing to do. You know, it gets better. I feel like I've done better this episode though. Look, he's back in frame. I really was not sure what to do with this guy at first, but then it dawned on me. So I'm getting a sick, gross zombie green to put on his body. It kind of looks like snot, but it's supposed to be like a zombie vibe. I'm gonna let y'all listen to a song that Clover made while I was putting in the detail for these skull teethies. It's pretty good. It's giving anime opening. Anyway, I put a couple more coats of green on that, and now we're putting in the small little details to make the skull look like a skull. So we need the eye holes and the nose holes. Now I'm giving him one of those like wobbly emoji mouths because he's supposed to be like a zombie, and zombies are just sick and gross looking. I guess that's what a wobbly mouth is, you know? He's gonna have X's on his eyes, but don't worry, he's not dead. He's just cosplaying a dead zombie snail with a skull on his back. And now he's getting some drool because zombies love to drool. I mean, you tell me, you ever seen a zombie drool?
Nope.
That's your homework for today, I guess. The yellow didn't show up, so I decided to do orange. I was gonna do blue, but I didn't want it to be, I don't know, normal. And I'm doing the orange on the back in this swirl just to match it because I didn't know really what to do with it. But I didn't want to just leave it white because that's boring. So maybe it's the back of the skull's curly hair or something. I really do not know. I'm doing this also in glow-in-the-dark paint. There's a theme here. It's not really a theme on purpose, it's just what I had. But I thought I'd show you how this one showed up as well. It was pretty good, but not super bright. So here's the before and the after. I'm a big fan of this one. I think the classic cartoon skull is just really fun. Our next victim is not a victim, he is the aggressor, he's evil. One might even say he's it's this freaky cat with a really big hand, and I don't know, why is his hand so big? I'm gonna cut it off. I have an idea for this. I didn't want to just maim this guy. The hand was much more difficult to cut off than I thought it would be, or maybe just my scissors really suck. Either way, it took some time. Now I'm gonna try to clean up the edges a little bit just because I know you're supposed to like smooth it out as good as possible. I got this tiny pair of scissors from a nail kit. I don't know, but they're so tiny and they're so cute. They are perfect for this job. Now that the hand and body are separated. Goodbye!
See ya, loser.
Now we have just the hand here, and I'm gonna go ahead and sketch out a little pitchfork for it, because I don't really have any extra foam right now, and this is kind of a good shape for a pitchfork, you know? I think it worked pretty well. We don't need these two pieces, but we do need these two pieces for later. Oh, now it's later. Now and later. I'm just trying to figure out where I want to put his little horns at. I couldn't decide if I wanted them in the front or if I wanted them like right beside his ears. I was thinking about doing a headband at first, so I didn't want it to be a weird headband on his forehead. I ended up deciding to put it between the ears, just to be safe. Now I'm going to take some extra puffy paint and fill in the hole in the neck and also anywhere that there's exposed foam. I know you're supposed to fill that in so it'll be like kind of smooth. It took a lot of coats. This foam was really soft, but he's done now. We're gonna put on that matte white base coat. You know, the one that takes a million coats to be white. Yeah, that one. I wonder if I should use like puffy paint instead. I don't know which one goes on thicker. He's not fully white, but that's okay because I'm actually painting him a dark gray. It looks black on camera, but it's gray. There's no real reason for it to be gray though, honestly. I just wanted the black outline to show up. I'm scared. Instead of a headband, I decided to do a mask that was like all the way around his head. I was really scared to do it though because I didn't want to mess up. I did mess up. Look at how like it goes down weirdly, but I covered it up later. I think it looks pretty cute. Honestly, right now he's kind of giving me like Sanrio character vibes. Sanrio, if you want to buy this character off me, hit me up. I don't know, not really. I'm not to the point where I would be like, yeah, let me just sell my whole character. I'm painting off screen again, classic. We love to see it, or more like we love to not see it, I guess. I'm giving him red because devil, obviously, even though we hate red. While one of the coats was drying, I decided to give him the whites of his eyes. You can tell he has like an indentation, but I didn't like where it was. I was just gonna give him his pupils in those spots, but later you'll be able to see that they're not actually aligned. Now I'm doing purple for his irises. I wanted to leave some white in the eye, but that wasn't working out, so now they're completely purple. Now I'm gonna paint his little tongue. I didn't like how it had all these like rules that I had to follow, I guess. I didn't want to just give him the red lips like he had before. I'm giving him a scar as well now. I thought that would make him look cooler. You know, I hated him before, but I'm becoming a really big fan of this dude. He's getting a scar down here too because I cut his arm off. I felt like we needed like an homage to that. We didn't need to just like pretend like nothing happened there. He honestly looks kind of epic if you ask me. Now I'm giving him his pupils, the classic cat pupils. I was gonna do circles, but I just love giving cats the like, I don't know what that is. I looked it up. It's just called a slit shaped pupil, which makes sense now that I think about it. I decided I was gonna give him a little cape because he looked a little boring in the back without anything back there. He was just gonna have this hat on his head, but now he's got a cute little spooky cape. Spooky. I would have really loved to just make this dude look evil and disgusting, but you know, I think everyone deserves their redemption arc, and he is definitely redeemed in my heart. I seriously just cannot get over how cute this dude is. And now I'm like, I could give him different costumes. He doesn't have to wear a devil costume. What if one day he wears like a bunny costume or a bear costume? He's just this dude, he's missing a leg, we're not gonna talk about it. I feel like I should give him a name because usually I see other people naming their characters. I know I named maybe one of them in the last Squishy makeover, but it's hard for me to come up with names. Usually for cats, I have 2 cats. I name them with food names, so my cat's names are Gravy and Sushi. And the next cat I get, I wanted to name like Pepperoncini or something like that, but I don't think that a food name would fit this guy. I feel like we need like a creepy, spooky, evil, but cute name. As I've been talking, I've been drawing on his face details. I'm putting his whiskers on now, and you know, they're not perfect. Whiskers are sisters, not twins. And now for the final touch, the best part of this whole thing, his freaking toothies. They are so cute. I just love adding little teeth sticking out to my characters, just like I did for the Goblintowne guy. Let's count up how many times I said cute in this video. So here's the before and the after. It is seriously such a crazy transformation. I cannot believe it. I also love that the pitchfork and the ears are able to be squished too. It's such a fun addition.
Alright, here they are. Which one is your favorite? I can't decide, honestly. And by that I mean I can decide. It's this one. I haven't decided on a cute name for him yet, evil cute name for him yet, so I'm open to suggestions. Do you have any, Clover?
Jim.
Jim? No.
Doug.
No.
Dennis.
Dennis. Okay, yes. Dennis is a perfect name for him. Alright, and so what is this one gonna be named?
Jug.
No.
Dingloid.
Dingloid.
He looks a bit like a
What
dingloid.
about like Ibloid?
No, dingloid.
Dingloid is stupid.
No, it's not. I like dingloid.
We'll come back to this one. Okay, and what about this guy?
Snail.
No. What about Sneal? Like Snail Neil?
That's stupid.
no.
Snail.
Sneal. Okay. Let me think of just anything very quickly. Rectangle. That's his name.
Vertebrae.
Vertebrae? He's not a vertebrae though.
That's fine. He's not a rectangle either.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got vertebrae, Sneal,
That's snail.
and Dennis.
And Dennis.
Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to, and have a great day. So we have Dennis, and we have Gwennis. Hey Gwennis, look at the camera, say hi.